to that crowd. They're ready for racing.
So, Mr. E, you still driving around in that old Ducant Azul?
Indeed I am, Shran. 18 galactic cycles and still kicking. How's that age-old Model S holding up?
Well, I'm on my 5th one, but Daddy says if they can't get it out of the singularity, he'll buy me another.
The head of the pack has arrived.
Sprint Vector is sponsored by A-Jolt. Looking for a ride with style? Tired of driving around in your grandpa's second-hand Ducant? A-Jolt, spacecrafts for this generation.
Keep your eyes peeled for Kai, the ninja princess. Her whole village was destroyed by a rival clan and burned to the ground. Now she races so she can have the chance at her revenge.
She's not gonna, come after us once she gets those ninjas or whatever, right? Didn't we, kidnap her and force her to participate in the show?
Kidnap? Kidnap? No, we just took her from her home planet and made her an offer so powerful and amazing she'd be insane to turn it down. Who wants to see the show?
Tell me, Mr. E, why does everyone always stick out their arms when they go into the controlled glide?
Well, Shran, back in Season 1, some dork in a cave started doing it, and it's stuck ever since. Sprint Vector is made possible by mud bars. Feeling hungry? Nothing beats the taste of mud.
Between the construction crews and the missile barrages, we sure do blow up a lot of stuff out there.
Not to worry, Sprint Vector forces all the host worlds to sign up for Hammerhead Insurance. The only insurance company that lets us take out a policy on someone without their knowledge or consent. The excitement is building. We're just moments away from the main event, race fans. This crowd can barely contain their excitement. Vector is sponsored in part by Vex, makers of high-end vector blades and the only blades worn by our abductees. Contestants.
Nikki is one of the galaxy's greatest musicians, and now she's here to grace our courses with her sweet moves.
Hope you didn't have any tickets for the next galactic cycle. She's going to be busy.
She's still gonna play our after party though, right? Don't take this from me, Mr. Entertainment!
We do a lot of morph warping around the galaxy here on Sprint Vector, so it's hard to know when we're roaming or not. That's why I use Have Mobile.
Have mobile? Don't they just make like burner phones, Mr. E? That's pretty shady.
Not compared to everything else I do, it isn't. We have a lot of races back-to-back sometimes, and our contestants sure do work up a sweat. That's why we've partnered with Andu Body Spray. Now our races smell as fresh as new dew. Dew and chemicals.
Racing sure can be hard, Mr. E. What can I do to get better at it?
Well, Shran, I am glad you asked. Right now, we have our resident champion coach teaching all his winning moves in our tutorial courses. You've been bouncing in that seat all day, Princess. Feeling restless?
Nope. I just started my day with a healthy bowl of space rocks. It's the breakfast of choice for our Sprint Vector champions.
Ooh, hold up. I don't think we're legally allowed to use healthy and space rocks in the same sentence anymore. Just listen to that crowd! They're hungry for this one.
I am feeling amped, Mr. E! Let's get this race rolling! Let's get out there and do this dang thing! Woo!
Wow, Shran, finally getting into the game.
Not at all, but I just chugged a can of Sidekick time for another exciting edition of Sprint Vector!
Broadcasting now across every band in every dimension. Sprint Vector, the only legally mandated form of entertainment. Sprint Vector is a proud partner of Morph Post. Why deliver things by hand if you can morph time and space to warp it there? Morph Post.
What is in this cup?
You mean the refreshing and delicious ravine we're contractually obligated to drink each race?
Yeah, I meant, what is this and where can I get more?
Who's ready to race? Sprint Vector is made possible thanks to Daxcade wearable cameras. And not because we kidnapped Dax or anything, really. They're just great cameras. It's a great day for racing, folks! And even though they risk pain and shame, our racers are looking ready to rock.
It's important to keep a positive attitude, Mr. Entertainment, before the course breaks their spirits, I mean.
The crowd sure is excited for the race to begin! Listen to that roar! We've got a great crop of contestants this year, Shran. Who are you rooting for?
The Traps. Sprint Vector is sponsored by A-Jolt. Looking for a ride with style? Tired of driving around in your grandpa's second-hand Ducant? A-Jolt, spacecrafts for this generation. Between the construction crews and the missile barrages, we sure do blow up a lot of stuff out there.
Not to worry, Sprint Vector forces all the host worlds to sign up for Hammerhead Insurance. The only insurance company that lets us take out a policy on someone without their knowledge or consent. Hachi-machi! Listen to that crowd! They're ready for racing! Sprint Vector is sponsored in part by Vex, makers of high-end Vector blades and the only blades worn by our abductees. contestants.
So, Mr. E, you still driving around in that old Ducant Azul?
Indeed I am, Shran. 18 galactic cycles and still kicking. How's that age-old Model S holding up?
Well, I'm on my 5th one. But Daddy says if they can't get it out of the singularity, he'll buy me another.
We have those tutorials available, I feel much better about all those traps and deadly drops on the courses.
What about the racers who skip the tutorial and just want to race?
Well, they're going to run slow, fail to jump, never glide or drift, and probably never see the finish line. Just listen to that crowd! They're hungry for this one.
Oh God! That is the ugliest racer I've ever seen! And I saw our resident champion coach after his first win.
Shran, that's no way to talk about one of the galaxy's most respected and completely legitimate business tycoons. That's Hendrix, our amphibious volunteer contestant. We do a lot of morph warping around the galaxy here on Sprint Vector, so it's hard to know when we're roaming or not. That's why I use Half Mobile.
Half Mobile? Don't they just make like burner phones, Mr. E? That's pretty shady.
Not compared to everything else I do, it isn't. Before we release the contestants from their mandatory living containment village, we make sure they enjoy a hearty breakfast of Space Rocks. Space Rocks, the #1 sugar-coated cereal for kids and or athletes. Moments away from the main event. How are you feeling out there, folks? Ready for the mayhem to begin?
Sprint Vector is paid for in part by Vivace by Nikki. And wouldn't you know it, Nikki is a part of the race this season. Maybe they'll finally pay for a better time slot now.
You've been bouncing in that seat all day, Princess. Feeling restless?
Nope, I just started my day with a healthy bowl of Space Rocks. It's the breakfast of choice for our Sprint Vector champions.
Ooh, hold up. I don't think we're legally allowed to use healthy and Space Rocks in the same sentence anymore. Our Sprint Vector courses are assembled in some of the galaxy's most exotic locations, and often without the permission of their inhabitants.
My daddy owns this galaxy. Who needs permission if it's my space kingdom? refreshed ever since.
Is it normal for there to be so much water coming out of your ears?
Huh? Speak up!
Who's ready for Sprint Vector?
Sprint Vector is partnered with Shran Jewelry. If you don't want to look like a total scrub or whatever, you should probably get some, I guess.
Every season on Sprint Vector, we bring you the best the galaxy has to offer.
Why don't we see more returning contestants then?
Sprint Vector changes you. A lot. Those poor, brave, involuntary souls. We're in for an exciting day. How are you feeling, Princess?
I'm excited, Mr. E. Hopefully one of these losers will set off some of our new traps.
They're really getting fired up out there. Don't worry, race fans. The wait is almost over.
In case I forgot to mention it, my fashion line, Shran by Shran, will be releasing a set of jewelry inspired by this season's Sprint Vector competitors.
That's great, honey. We're all very proud you've managed to upsell that shiny trash across the galaxy.
You know you're replaceable, right?
The live broadcast of Sprint Vector is available only on SNKDN, the #1 intergalactic sports and news network, and the only network with satellites powerful enough to take over every other network. Suck it, Corporium Intergalactica Broadcasting. Who's derivative now, huh? Who wants to see the show? We're back on another wonderful season of Sprint Vector. We've got quite a show in store for you.
This year, we're visiting 3 new planets. The sunken shipyards of Kepris, the food manufacturing plant of Allgood, and the frozen ruins of Asgard Beta.
Sounds thrilling. Whoever picks these courses sure is a clever, handsome, and I'm sure insanely popular fella. Sprint Vector is made possible by mud bars. Feeling hungry? Nothing beats the taste of mud.
It sure is nice to have the first-person broadcast available this season with the Daxscape camera.
And thanks to our partnership with the Dimensional Crossover Network, those Daxscape broadcasts are available in alternate realities.
You mean somewhere out there in an alternate dimension, someone is sitting at their computer watching this very game? Awesome.
This crowd can barely contain their excitement. Sprint Vector is paid for in part by Sidekick, the #1 energy drink for high-speed thrills. Every hero needs a sidekick.
Just a reminder that if you see a big drop-off at the side of the course, you should probably avoid it.
The fall to your doom is never encouraged, folks.
Keep that violence up on the course where the cameras can see it.
I know when the pressure is on, I always rely on Anju to keep me smelling fresh.
What are you talking about? You don't have any pores.
And I smell great, thanks to Anju. Refreshments here at the Vector Arena are provided by Ravine. I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to taste like, but I can't stop drinking it all the same. This year we brought the infamous street artist Dax into the game.
Ooh! No one can put art up on a skyscraper with the level of skill and audacity as Dax.
Putting up 50-foot tall art where the whole galaxy can see it? I'm sure there's nothing to read into that. This is it, folks! The moment you've all been waiting for.
Hey, Mr. E, I'm curious. Aren't we supposed to wear Daraka on set? You're always in that suit.
Trust me, Shran, I'm wearing one of Daraka's products. You could say I'm very intimate with their brand. There got a chance to meet our resident champion, Coach.
Ever since we put him in charge of the tutorials, we've seen our survivor rate go way up.
That's why this is said to be the most challenging sprint vector in history. No more Mr. Nice Entertainment. Our competitors today are drinking mind water. Mind water. Hydrate your body, hydrate your mind. The excitement is building. We're just moments away from the main event, race fans. Mud bars are disgusting. But if I eat one every 16 hours, I'm always full.
Wait, do you even need to eat?
Not anymore, thanks to mud bars. think it's time we took a moment to thank our troops. You know, none of this would be possible if not for the guys and gals in the Corporial Noble Infantry.
Aw, that's awfully patriotic of you, Mr. E.
No, seriously. They conquered all these planets so we could land the construction crews. Back in the early days, our first place racers were untouchable once they got a strong lead.
What changed, Mr. E?
We gave everyone missiles, and nitro, and the power to alter time itself! Just listen to that crowd! They're hungry for this one! Sprint Vector communicates exclusively using the EMIG 5-dimensional communications platform. Need your message there yesterday? Now it can be with EMIG. Our resident champion coach has won not one, but 2 Sprint Vector championships.
Wow, Mr. E. And would you believe he's still here with us despite all the punishment he went through?
Well, who better to teach these new contestants how to sprint all the vectors? Say hi to Coach if you're ever in the tutorial zone.
Up here sure is great thanks to these Prestos.
They're the best headphones out there, and I'm not just saying that because they're paying us.
So they're check cleared?
We're moments away from the main event. How are you feeling out there, folks? Ready for the mayhem to begin? We have a lot of races back-to-back sometimes, and our contestants sure do work up a sweat. That's why we've partnered with Andu Body Spray. Now our races smell as fresh as new dew. Dew and chemicals.
Let's get this race rolling! Let's get out there and do this dang thing! Woo!
Wow, Shran, finally getting into the game.
Not at all, but I just chugged a can of Sidekick, and now everything is vibrating.
This is it, folks! The moment you've all been waiting for.
Nikki is one of the galaxy's greatest musicians! And now she's here to grace our courses with her sweet moves.
Hope you didn't have any tickets for the next galactic cycle. She's going to be busy.
She's still gonna play our after party though, right? Don't take this from me, Mr. Entertainment! Vector is proudly sponsored by Sidekick, the most extreme energy drink on the market. Kick it up a notch with Sidekick.
Who's ready for Sprint Vector?
Sprint Vector is brought to you by Maguma. If you're a cool teen with an edgy outdoor lifestyle, or just an adult still living in the past or your parents' house, Maguma is the skate, surf, and fashion stop to meet all of your needs.
It takes a lot to win at Sprint Vector. Just look at our resident champion, Coach.
That guy was amazing! He won 2 consecutive seasons! Who even wants to enter this game twice?
Well, he did lose most of his body in the first season, so it only makes sense he'd race again to wish for a new one.
Up here sure is great thanks to these Prestos.
They're the best headphones out there. And I'm not just saying that because they're paying us.
So they're check cleared?
The audience sure looks ready for the show to begin.
How can you tell? They look like a bunch of dummies just waving back and forth on a loop to me.
What are you implying? That there is no audience and I'm just populating the building with mannequins and pumping crowd noises over the speakers to create the illusion of the galaxy's most popular sporting event to entertain myself and torture 8 poor people into thinking they have a chance of fulfilling their ultimate desire? Who would do such a thing? Who can even pull off such an amazing feat of showmanship? Good thing that's not what's happening here. That would be twisted.
Today's race is brought to you by Mind Water. Mind Water. Is your mind hydrated?
Who wants to see the show?
Ugh, what is in this cup?
You mean the refreshing and delicious ravine we're contractually obligated to drink each race?
Yeah, I meant, what is this and where can I get more?
Even though they have not paid for this advertising slot, we're happy to be partnered with Shran Jewelry. For the woman with expensive tastes, there's always Shran.
Racing sure can be hard, Mr. E. What can I do to get better at it?
Well, Shran, I am glad you asked. Right now, we have our resident champion coach teaching all his winning moves in our tutorial courses.
So, Mr. E, you still driving around in that old Ducant Azul?
Indeed I am, Shran. 18 galactic cycles and still kicking. How's that age-old Model S holding up?
Well, I'm on my 5th one. But Daddy says if they can't get it out of the singularity, he'll buy me another.
The crowd sure is excited for the race to begin. Listen to that roar.
Our competition is paid for in part by the Corporian Mobile Infantry. If you're looking for a life of adventure, thrills, and danger like you see here on Sprint Vector, but wish there were more guns involved, join up and serve the Corporium today.
These mud bars are disgusting. But if I eat one every 16 hours, I'm always full.
Wait, do you even need to eat?
Not anymore, thanks to mud bars. They're really getting fired up out there. Don't worry, race fans, the wait is almost over. You may not have heard of Dakota, but that's because she's been living in isolation on Brutalon 7, the Savage Beast world.
Where did she learn how to talk and dress herself then?
Oh, Shran, she clearly has no idea how to dress herself.
Sprint Vector is made possible thanks to Hammerhead Insurance. You've got nice things at home, don't you? Be ashamed if something happened to them. You know, Mr. E, I started my day with a mind water, and I've been feeling refreshed ever since.
Is it normal for there to be so much water coming out of your ears?
Huh? Speak up!
I was just thinking back to Sprint Vector's past, and I recalled our resident champion coach.
What about him, Mr. E?
He really changed the game when he flung himself up those grip streams. Everyone was just climbing hand over hand, and he threw himself past the competition. This crowd can barely contain their excitement. We do a lot of morph warping around the galaxy here on Sprint Vector, so it's hard to know when we're roaming or not. That's why I use Half Mobile.
Half mobile? Don't they just make like planner phones, Mr. E? That's pretty shady.
Not compared to everything else I do, it isn't. Vector at home, make sure you listen on Presto's headphones. Now with 4D sound, so you can feel the impact just as much as you hear it. If you hear a lot of noise coming from the course, that's just Piston. Or as he's known on the outer rim, Captain Speed Freak.
What is up with that hair, though?
Whatever you do, don't ask him about it. He gets real riled up over that stupid dude. Who's ready to race?
Tell me, Mr. E, why does everyone always stick out their arms when they go into the controlled glide?
Well, Shran, back in Season 1, some dog in a cave started doing it, and it's stuck ever since. Punchy, munchy! Listen to that crowd. They're ready for racing. I think it's time we took a moment to thank our troops. You know, none of this would be possible if not for the guys and gals in the Corperium Noble Infantry.
Aw, that's awfully patriotic of you, Mr. E.
No, seriously. They conquered all these planets so we could land the construction crews.
After a tough race, our competitors like to wash away that stank with spice. Need to smell good? Spice things up a little. It sure is nice to have the first-person broadcast available this season with the Daxscape camera.
And thanks to our partnership with the Dimensional Crossover Network, those Daxscape broadcasts are available in alternate realities.
You mean somewhere out there in an alternate dimension, someone is sitting at their computer watching this very game? Awesome. No matter how many times they file for bankruptcy.
They're really getting fired up out there. Don't worry, race fans. The wait is almost over. We'll be headed to the industrial food production planet of Allgood this year. Home of the super healthy baby food co.
A whole planet just to make baby food? That seems...
Extremely efficient. I'm amazed we don't have more planets dedicated to a single purpose. That robot we had a few seasons back. You know, the one who locked up on all the turns.
Oh yeah, she'd just turn her head expecting the rest of the body to follow and slam into wall after wall.
That's no way to win a race, especially not on Sprint Vector. This is it, folks! The moment you've all been waiting for. Wardrobe for Sprint Vector is provided by Daraka. When you need
foot on the track, or just want to be comfy and trick people into thinking you work out, Daraka is the #1 choice for athleisure. Hey, Mr. E, I'm curious. Aren't we supposed to wear Daraka on set? You're always in that suit.
Trust me, Shran, I'm wearing one of Daraka's products. You could say I'm very intimate with their brand. One of our more impressive captures this year is Luna. She was born in the heart of a dying star. I've been waiting millennia for this moment.
How'd you convince her to join this dog and pony show?
Simple. I was the first person she met. Who wants to see the show?
When our racers need a boost, they reach for grit, packed with protein and that gritty texture, so you know it's probably healthy for you. Just don't think about the taste. Forgot to mention it, my fashion line, Shran by Shran, will be releasing a set of jewelry inspired by this season's Sprint Vector competitors.
That's great, honey. We're all very proud you've managed to upsell that shiny trash across the galaxy.
You know you're replaceable, right? How hopeful those contestants are. It's like they actually think they can win.
Well, it's not like Sprint Vector isn't a fair game. Anyone could win. Hypothetically. Moments away from the main event. How are you feeling out there, folks? Ready for the mayhem to begin? Sprint Vector communicates exclusively using the EMIG 5-dimensional communications platform. Need your message there yesterday? Now it can be with EMIG.
We sure do blow up a lot of stuff out there.
Not to worry, Sprint Vector forces all the host worlds to sign up for Hammerhead Insurance. The only insurance company that lets us take out a policy on someone without their knowledge or consent. Our competitors today are drinking mind water. Mind water. Hydrate your body, hydrate your mind. Before we added in those power balls, this game was a lot different.
If by different you mean boring.
Now, thanks to all our new power-ups, even our last place racer has a chance to blow the competition away. I know when the pressure is on, I always rely on Andrew to keep me smelling fresh.
What are you talking about? You don't have any pores.
And I smell great, thanks to Andrew. Who's ready for Sprint Vector? The crowd does love this season's new arena traps, and they aren't alone.
I'd love them more with a few contestants caught in them. After a tough race, our competitors like to wash away that stank with spice. Need to smell good? Spice things up a little.
You've been bouncing in that seat all day, Princess. Feeling restless?
Nope, I just started my day with a healthy bowl of space rocks. It's the breakfast of choice for our Sprint Vector champions.
Ooh, hold up. I don't think we're legally allowed to use healthy and space rocks in the same sentence anymore. Just listen to that crowd. They're hungry for this one. One of our fabulous locations this year is Kepris, out in the Duat system.
Duat? I thought those guys hated the Coperium.
Oh, they do! And we're really sticking it to them by racing on one of their dumb worlds.
Sprint Vector is paid for in part by Vivace by Nikki. And wouldn't you know it, Nikki is a part of the race this season. Maybe they'll finally pay for a better time slot now.
This crowd can barely contain their excitement. I know when the pressure is on, I always rely on Andrew to keep me smelling fresh.
What are you talking about? You don't have any pores.
And I smell great, thanks to Andrew.
Chapter is brought to you by Maguma. If you're a cool teen with an edgy outdoor lifestyle, or just an adult still living in the past or your parents' house, Maguma is the skate, surf, and fashion stop to meet all of your needs.
Who's ready to race? Sometimes we let fans send in their suggestions for courses. Any traps, twists, and threats you can imagine, Shran?
Nothing as sadistic as the ideas submitted by the psychos that watch this show.
We do a lot of morph warping around the galaxy here on Sprint Vector, so it's hard to know when we're roaming or not. That's why I use Half Mobile.
Half mobile? Don't they just make like burner phones, Mr. E? That's pretty shady.
Not compared to everything else I do, it isn't. Sprint Vector is sponsored in part by Vex, makers of high-end vector blades and the only blades worn by our abductees. Contestants.
Ugh, what is in this cup?
You mean the refreshing and delicious ravine we're contractually obligated to drink each race?
Yeah, I meant, what is this and where can I get more?
The crowd sure is excited for the race to begin. Listen to that roar. Keep your eyes peeled for Kai, the ninja princess. Her whole village was destroyed by a rival clan and burned to the ground. Now she races so she can have the chance at her revenge.
She's not gonna, like, come after us once she gets those ninjas or whatever, right? Didn't we, like, kidnap her and force her to participate in the show?
Kidnap? Kidnap? No, we just took her from her home planet and made her an offer so powerful and amazing she'd be insane to turn it down.
I'm bored, Mr. Entertainment. When do we get to the race?
Don't worry that pretty little head, princess. The show is about to begin. Sprint Vector is made possible by mud bars. Feeling hungry? Nothing beats the taste of mud. The excitement is building. We're just moments away from the main event, race fans.
between the construction crews and the missile barrages, we sure do blow up a lot of stuff out there.
Not to worry, Sprint Vector forces all the host worlds to sign up for Hammerhead Insurance. The only insurance company that lets us take out a policy on someone without their knowledge or consent.
Feeling amped, Mr. E! Let's get this race rolling! Let's get out there and do this dang thing! Woo!
Wow, Shran, finally getting into the game?
Not at all, but I just chugged a can of Sidekick, and now everything is vibrating. Vector is made possible thanks to Hammerhead Insurance. You've got nice things at home, don't you? Be a shame if something happened to them.
This year we'll be visiting the Outer Rim world of Asgard Beta, original homeworld of the Allied Exosystems Imperial Regiment.
Aren't those the Bronze Age idiots the AES strapped guns to and turned into ground troops?
Yep, they're all extinct now. We're moments away from the main event. How are you feeling out there, folks? Ready for the mayhem to begin? Remember the year we captured the Beetlejuicean lion? Every war, he'd just try and scramble up the dang thing.
Well, that's why we make sure all the climbable knobs, bars, and walls are glowing a bright green.
And yet...
Mr. E, I'm curious. Aren't we supposed to wear Daraka on set? You're always in that suit.
Trust me, Shran, I'm wearing one of Daraka's products. You could say I'm very intimate with their brand. Listen to that crowd. They're ready for racing.
Today's race is brought to you by Mind Water. Mind Water. Is your mind hydrated? My day with the Mind Water, and I've been feeling refreshed ever since.
Is it normal for there to be so much water coming out of your ears?
Huh? Speak up!
one. Cosmo the Space Kid sure can move out there. He just floats through the forces.
Well, have you tried talking to him? There's not a lot of weight in that head of his. Is proudly sponsored by Sidekick, the most extreme energy drink on the market. Kick it up a notch with Sidekick. So, Mr. E, you still driving around in that old Ducant Azul?
Indeed I am, Shran. 18 galactic cycles and still kicking. How's that age-old Model S holding up?
I'm on my 5th one, but Daddy says if they can't get it out of the singularity, he'll buy me another. Sprint Vector is sponsored by Age-Olt. Looking for a ride with style? Tired of driving around in your grandpa's second-hand Ducant? Age-Olt, spacecrafts for this generation. How exactly does that double jump work?
Simple, Princess. Using Vex's patented Vector Blade technology, we're able to store kinetic energy built up mid-race and then project it out from...
You know what? I don't care, as long as it works.
Here we go! Nice to see you all again. It may be cold out, but that's no reason to just chill. It's race time.
If you start to feel your energy flagging, that's just the hypothermia setting in. They didn't run like this when we kidnapped them and forced them into participating.
She's just joking, folks. Everyone is here voluntarily. And then they fight the very black.
Checkpoint!
Wow! There's all sorts of traps on the course, but don't forget about all the mines our racers can throw mid-race.
Cleaning those up sure has gotten easier since we gave the safety team Vex Gloves Blast Gauntlets.
And cheaper! Far fewer insurance claims. Soaring to new heights! It looks like they found a shortcut! They've hit the checkpoint!
That looks like a risky path, but it is faster.
Just don't look down! Up and down, they're flying! Here's the home stretch!
It looks like they've hit the checkpoint.
Boost, baby! Seat backs up and tray tables down, folks! We're in the sky! What a race, folks! It's all over now! pretty good race, eh, Shran? Shran? Oh, she appears to have left the booth.
Right, it was a great race. You're so good.
Once a mighty drive yard, this planet is now a deadly graveyard. But hopefully not for our fierce contestants.
It's dangerous out here, Mr. Entertainment, but it's a dry danger.
Don't blink, folks. This will be over before you know it.
Away from me! That was cool, I guess.
Through the checkpoint. Let's hope they make it to the next one, eh, folks?
I don't know about you, but I'm...
Boost, baby. You know, it's unusual for contestants to reach this checkpoint with so few injuries.
My thoughts exactly. That's some real athleticism.
Or at least some real luck. They are cutting it up. Shortcut time.
So, Mr. E, you still driving around in that old Ducant Azul?
Indeed I am, Shran. 18 galactic cycles and still kicking. How's that age-old Model S holding up?
Oh, I'm on my 5th one. But Daddy says that they can't get it out of the...
Archie, Marchie, they found the shortcut.
Cool! Now they're just hanging off a green thingy. This is the last section until it ends.
Quicker! Look at them fly! Welcome to Asgard Beta, folks! No one has inhabited this planet in a few hundred millennia. So how about we liven things up a little?
It's a harsh world, Mr. Entertainment. Let's hope our racers can weather the storm.
Look at that speed! It's like they don't even know what's coming.
Not often you see people accelerate towards certain injury, but here we are.
They're up in the air! Here's a little free advice, kids. When you're on the course, you're not supposed to hit the obstacle. Looks like they found the shortcut. There's the checkpoint. We have liftoff. Marvelous. Checkpoint. Hang on tight, kid, and get up that grip stream.
out there on the race course.
And more amazing how fast we...
Finally, our contestants have managed to reach the last section.
They are cutting it up! Shortcut style! Up and away! Well, that's the game, folks. Another great race in the can.
What?
They call this place the Toxic Zone.
some nice
But you
racing.
never know just looking at the surface.
We're in for a great race today, barring any acid storms.
Arms up into the controlled glide. We've got boost power. And they're at the checkpoint. The stream always rises to the top. Just don't lose your grip.
Rattling the grip screen.
Arms down. Here we go. Oh, ooh.
Hit the checkpoint. Final section. This is it.
We're in for a wild ride. Grab that grip screen. Past the checkpoint and into the ugly. Crank that control glide. These mud bars are disgusting. But if I eat one every 16 hours, here's the finish. And the crowd goes wild.
Oh, wow.
That's the last one across the finish. I hope you've all got your tetanus shots. We're coming to you from the scrap world of Kepris.
Don't blink out here, but don't keep your eyes open for too long. Those suns will boil them right out of your head.
Look at that speed! Right out of the gate!
Almost as if there was some kind of booster on the starting line.
And we're flying! They're on the stream! It's a great day for racing, folks! And even though there is pain and shame, our races are looking to rock.
It's important to keep a positive attitude, Mr. Entertainment, before the course breaks their spirits, I mean.
Soaring across the course. And in goes the checkpoint. Oops, there it is. They reached the checkpoint with no signs of slowing down. They get the grip, here we go. We're almost to the end. And the boost sends them flying. Yahoo! Boost time! There's the glide. Industrial production planet of all good, it's time for Sprint Vector!
You couldn't ask for a nicer planet if you employed chemicals into the atmosphere to ensure an idyllic surface appearance.
I've been competing since I could crawl.
Oh my, they're going off the beaten path! Right into a glide! Like a spoiled brat to daddy's credit cards? Watch it. And they're over the finish line! This is truly incredible, folks.
Well, when you expect everyone to fail miserably, even mediocre success can be impressive.
Stay out of my way out there. It would be a shame if something happened to you.
Well, if they were off any faster, we wouldn't be able to see them.
Here's hoping, Mr. Entertainment.
Looks like they found a shortcut.
I guess dreams really do come true, or something. I don't think that's how the game is meant to be played.
would say I'm very good. When the road gets tough, the smart racer gets off the main road. And goes dynamite.
I don't think that was on purpose.
Finish line.
I'm leaving.
It's over, folks!
Too bad there are teams, huh? For you, maybe.
Look at them go!
I wish I didn't have to, but I'm contractually obligated to actually pay attention to the races this season. There goes the checkpoint. Ooh, checkpoint!
They're up in the air!
Whatever.
They're on the stream! Up and away! Ding! Checkpoint! Not bad!
There's the checkpoint.
Get a grip! It's a grip stream! Looks like they found a shortcut!
That's the checkpoint, Mr. Entertainment.
We're on to the last station! Okay! heart will be going crazy. And down with the quickness.
It looks like they've hit the checkpoint.
You've been bouncing in that seat all day, Princess. Feeling restless?
Nope. I just started my day with a healthy bowl of space rock. It's the breakfast of choice for our Sprint Vector champion.
It looks like they found a shortcut.
Look at that!
Soaring across the course.
Really doing it! Cool!
Punchy, punchy. They found the shortcut. Arms up into the controlled glide. Fantastic!
That looks like a risky path, but it is faster.
Fantastic!
Wait a minute. Are we supposed to be over there? Yup, they're doing it.
It's over, folks. We have our victor. And now the rest of the contestants are dragging their poor performances towards the finish line. From the industrial production planet of all good, it's time for Sprint Vector!
Don't worry, folks. The streets are cleared out for the race, not just because of last week's reactor leak.
Here we go!
Only one of us shall prevail.
Hit the check!
Soaring to new heights! They are cutting it up! Shortcut to me! A dastardly devil diabolically destroyed! They hit the checkpoints out! Here we go! Back in the early days, our first place racers were untouchable once they got a strong lead.
What changed, Mr. E?
And Nitro! And the power to alter time itself! They dash through the jet as the glide.
Checkpoint!
It looks like they found a shortcut. You know, it's unusual for contestants to reach this checkpoint with so few injuries.
That's exactly. That's some real athleticism.
At least some real luck. Seat backs up and train tables down, folks. We're in the sky. Time to turn it up. This is the last leg, folks. Oh my, they're going off the beaten path. Look at it fly. And we're gliding. And they hit top speed. Now we just wait and see how bad everyone else loses by.
They're all losers in my book, Mr. Entertainment.
Like a spoiled brat to Daddy's credit card? Watch it. It's the last leg of the race! Want to get a grip on that joke, Princess. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
That reminds me, I'm hungry. Let's race while I go get a corn dog. They're over the finish line. And in just a few moments, the next race will begin.
And I'm sure we're in store for a great one. Nothing to worry about here on the planet Allgood.
This will be a great race, and not a chance for a secret toxic underground facility. Well, maybe a slight chance. They never really started out this time.
They're on the stream! Don't look down!
Oh, Cool! Now they're just fending off the cheaters that are faster! Unless you're in a race with shortcuts. Ding!
Booster clock! The stream!
There, here, folks. Here comes the last leg! We're grappling the grip stream. I guess streams really do come true, or something. Wait a minute. Are we supposed to be over there?
And ding goes the checkpoint. Looks like they found the shortcut! Before we added in those power walls, this game was a lot different.
If by different, you mean boring.
Now, thanks to all our new power-ups, even our they did it! Well, folks, the next race will be starting in just a few. You've heard of the space race before, but you've never seen one quite like this.
If your vision starts to blur, that's probably just the oxygen running out.
Up, up, and away! So fast! Hold on tight! We've entered the grip stream! There's the glide! Oh, cool!
Not today, Scratch!
Fantastic! Get a grip! It's a grip stream! Hang on tight! Boost power!
Look at that! Look at that!
Here's an extra tip about our new traps. Don't let them hit you.
Don't listen to him, Racer. There's only one section left.
Sit backs up and tray tables down, folks. We're in the sky. Wizard!
Really doing it!
Arms up into the controlled glide. Take on boost power.
Ugh, that contestant isn't about to win the beauty portion of this competition.
But they did win the racing portion. And that's all there actually is.
What? No! Daddy said I would get a pageant at the end of this year. Daddy!
Refreshments here at the Vector Arena are provided by Looks like we'll be racing in a winter wonderland out here on Asgard Beta.
The original inhabitants of Asgard Beta have long since died.
The head of the pack has arrived.
for in part by the Corperian Mobile
I don't
Infantry.
play to win.
If you're looking for a life
I
of
play to
adventure,
survive.
thrills, and danger like you see here on Sprint Vector, but wish there were more guns involved, join up and serve the Corperium today.
Who's ready for Sprint Vector? Release the contestants from their mandatory living containment village, we make sure they enjoy a hearty breakfast of Space Rocks. Space Rocks, the #1 sugar-coated cereal for kids and or athletes. Feeling like you just can't win? Grab a Powerball and power up your game.
You mean those floating orbs with the star on it?
Yes, Shram, the floating orb with the star on it, filled with unbridled power.
The first-person broadcast available this season with the Daxscape camera.
And thanks to our partnership with the Dimensional Crossover Network, those Daxscape broadcasts are available in alternate realities.
You mean somewhere out there in an alternate dimension, someone is sitting at their computer watching this very game?